it's usually that 0 to 1 that is the difficult point
Mhm.
in terms of getting that first client or getting that first meeting. How did you
Yeah.
overcome that hurdle? What made you go and take something that you learn in the class to go make it into a product?
Yeah. I mean, the good thing about the course, and it was one of the reasons I decided to take the course, was that, you very clearly said, hey, like you're going to be building agents. And I realized, from all the articles you're seeing online on LinkedIn today, you see a lot of people theorizing about agentic AI, but I'm realizing that the people who have the most value to offer, at least to somebody who at that point in time wasn't as involved in the industry as I am now, were the people who were building. They were building, things were failing, they were figuring it out, they were troubleshooting, things were in production, and they were like, wow, I thought it was going to be this, but now that it's in production, it's this. And that push the way the course is designed and that to push you to not think just about projects but products even within the course, I think really gives you a lot of confidence by the time that you're done the course to then say, wow, what's the difference between me reaching out and working for clients. So, that's sort of like the background, but then I would say warm network first, full stop. My first client in Nari came through a direct relationship. Opening ground came through someone who knew me and heard what I was doing. And I think there's no shortcut to that early traction. It comes from people who've seen you work and are willing to vouch for you. What I learned in the early stages, the conversation has to happen before the pitch. And that's kind of part of my discovery process. I'm not selling agents. I'm diagnosing a problem. So I developed a bit of a discovery framework that I call the unstructured middle diagnostic. It's, specific questions designed to surface the real friction point before I've proposed anything. So things like, what task interrupts your deep work more than 3 times a day? What are you manually processing on Sunday nights? Those questions do two things simultaneously. They build trust because the founders feel heard. And then they give me an anchor for a scoped, specific proposal rather than some sort of generic capabilities deck. It's a bit of it's a product thinking move, of course. Diagnose the problem before designing the solution, so you're not selling a capability demo when the client actually needs a workflow fix. So the shift that's happening now is that the case studies are starting to do some of the work for me. An 8 hour to 15-minute result at one of my clients is something that I can put in front of a prospect, and now it speaks for itself.